as you know, Carlos, you're a fan of the show. We do the Emergency 9, but Sleeves came up with something different for you this time.
Yeah, we're going to do the Emergency 6. You know what I mean? It's like basically 3/4 of Emergency 9, more or less, give or take the math.
Yeah, you played 3/4 of a normal tournament, so yeah, perfect.
Yeah, shrink this shit. It's better. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll start you off here.
Yeah.
Have you figured out who Mike Oxlong is yet?
Well, it was one of those tricky questions, right? It was they asked. It was something that.
For the people that don't know, you were on Netflix when they were doing Mito Pereira's episode, and they came over, and one of the kids said, "Carlos, say Mike Oxlong really fast," and it took you a little while to figure it out.
Oh yeah, it was something about your dick is long or something like that, right? They did. That kid did get me. He did get me with that thing, eh? Like, and like right now, I guess it's just a phrase maybe from here from the US, and maybe a cultural difference. But I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it in the moment. I kept saying it, and I was like, "What the hell?" And then obviously he was just making fun of me.
Whose kid was that? Whose kid was that?
I don't know. Mark Tulo, I think.
Oh my God, I love that kid.
A friend of me too. Yeah.
I love
he
that.
He did get me with that.
That was one of I forgot about that. That was one of my favorite parts of that whole series. It was just you said Mike Oxlong over and over.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, you live and you learn. All right, this actually comes, my first one, from that video you posted of you getting in the cold plunge. And so I have to ask it. Are you the only dude nicknamed the Princess who also has a chest tattoo? Because, by the way, I thought it was just a big patch of hair on your chest. Turns out it's not. I was like, dude, there's no way. There's no way he has a chest tat, but you do.
Yeah, I do. I do have a tattoo, and that was. I honestly would have never imagined in my life that I was going to get a tattoo, and somehow I have now two.
What's the other one?
What's the other?
I have one in my leg.
Oh, in your leg.
It's right here, and it's pretty big too. I don't know. Something I actually, that's actually pretty cool. Like, my wife liked them. She never really got them, so she went to this place in Mexico. It's in the middle of nowhere. When I say in the middle of nowhere, it's a town. There's no police, no nothing. They have their own thing. You have to fly Oaxaca, and you go to this guy, and you don't even know what you're getting. You have to send him. It's like a form where you send what you wanted to represent. It's a really spiritual experience, and it's like a journey. You go there, and you don't really know what you're gonna get until he shows to you, and then you can pick where to put it. But it has a lot of different meanings, and it's. I mean, I would have never gone a tattoo if it was not something like that. So everything that this one has, it represents everything that it would be always important for me.
That's awesome.
I like that. Did you cry? How painful?
It was like this one. Both of them have been really painful, terrible. I mean, it's more painful than I imagined. But I mean, I don't have any skin. It's still all ribs here. So just keep hitting this place, and it was bad. But I guess it's part of the experience.
God bless you. I was shocked when I saw it.
So I told Sleeves about the chest tat, and he screenshotted me a picture. He said, "Are you sure it's not just chest hair?" I'm like, that'd be the most awkward little sliver of chest hair ever. So I had to message your wife to confirm that you do have a chest tat.
No, I do have a tattoo right here in the chest. And
you and Austin Eckroat might be the only two professional golfers with chest tats.
Yeah, I don't think there's that many.
Not the two I would have picked out either. But good on you.
Honestly, I'm still so subconscious, about, because I grew up in a place where tattoos were like just for criminal, I don't know, that's kind of what I grew up, like it was not a good thing. If I ever got a tattoo when I was living at home, they would have kicked me out. That's how they were, it was not that strict, but it was not look good. So, but my favorite place, it was almost like right here. It's just, I cannot get myself to do it. I just still feel too subconscious, that everybody's going to see it and they start asking questions or something. But I mean, one of my favorite places here, but there's not a single golfer that has a full sleeve of tattoos. There's none.
You could be the first.
I agree with that.
You could be the first.
No tattoos over here for me. All right, next one. Let's see, where should I go with this? All right, you mentioned earlier, obviously, 4 beautiful daughters at home. Is it true the real reason you actually signed with LIV is because you realized eventually you're going to have to pay for 4 weddings?
Please don't tell everybody about the real reason. But yes, I mean, I'm gonna have to pay for 4 weddings.
You have to pay for 4 weddings. Are you kidding me?
I know, and I just hope at least they marry rich people because I don't want to start. I don't want to maintain it. I don't want to, keep up and pay the whole bills for like the whole family
Well,
of my daughters either.
here you go. Here's an idea. One of your newest LIV members, this John Rahm, signed for quite a bit of money. He's got 2 sons.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and
Just
Dustin
saying.
always tells me about his. Dustin tells me always about his kids, but I don't, I feel like they can. I don't know. We'll see. They'll have to choose, but it is definitely something that's on my mind. I'm gonna have to pay for 4 weddings, for college, for everything. Yeah, I know
I
that
think
for private school tuitions too.
I think by the time that fourth wedding comes around, your hair is going to look like mine.
Yeah, non-existent.
Exactly.
Just stay away from Sammy Spieth. All right, that's already been arranged. Everyone else is fair game. Just stay away from Sammy. That's already been pre-brokered on my end. I'm marrying for free, at least on my first one. All right, Carlito. I know you're a Cowboys fan. Tough times for you right now. But as a Cowboys fan, obviously you're just brought up to hate the Eagles, right? That's just kind of who you hate. They hate each other. Give me, if Torquay is the Cowboys, who are the Eagles for this coming season? Who's like the big rival? Got to beat them.
I think it's gonna be. I mean, I think it's gonna be fireable. Two Latin teams. They rival each other. I mean, even though we're friends, I think it's gonna be natural that we're gonna be competing against each other even harder.
I like
that. David Pooj just joined Whisperock. His caddy.
Yeah.
His caddy is
Yeah.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
love Alberto. He's
El Sucio.
man.
the best.
El Sucio is
El Sucio.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sucio.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite out there.
He's
He
great.
is beauty, man. He likes to have a good time. I'm a big fan of him. All right. My last one. You and I used to play a lot of golf together. Okay. So what is one thing you've said to me on the golf course that my wife will never say to me in my life ever?
Where's the wind?
She definitely won't say that.
No,
That's
she
what-
definitely won't say that. I thought you would get this one right off the top. But I used to try to hit one hard, and you'd be like, big one, Colt?
Oh yeah.
She'll never say
I just
that.
remember because you used to smash it, and they will always go to the middle. They all look the same for me, so I just wanted to. It was a big one called. And you were like, no, it was a normal one. Yeah, I remember you used to ask you about all that all the time.
Natalie's never asked me that.
Yeah. I do miss playing with you. It was fun when you lived here in Dallas. We had a good time, eh?
Yes, we did. Always.
Back in Dallas.
We had a good time.
Can reunite. The kids moving all over the place, which leads me to my final question. I was going to phrase it differently, but I'm just going to ask you, like, can I be your real estate agent? I'll give up everything else that I'm doing in the world if I could just be a real estate agent. It seems like a pretty good gig.
You?
Yeah.
You?
I'll learn.
Why would you?
Because you move every 6 months, dude, into nice places. I feel like it's a nice gig. I just work once every 6 months, stack some checks, be done.
I mean, I feel like you have a good gig right now, or not?
I do. I could probably do it on the side, too. I just basically want to be your real estate agent. Do you think we could do that? I got a couple spots in mind for you.
You would definitely maybe 1 or 2 sales a year, so it would be not bad. That's my track record lately.
That's what I'm saying.
How many different, in the last 5 years, how many houses have you been in?
Here we go.
1 in Dallas, 2 in Dallas, 1 in Mexico, 1 in Florida, 5.
I didn't even know you moved to Florida.
Yeah, I was in Florida for 12 minutes.
I'm still building in Florida because I thought that's where I was going to live.
Oh, you're still building a house there?
Yes, because that was the plan. We rented for a year and we were building, but then we had change of plans and then we're back in Dallas.
By we, you mean the 5 girls said, we're moving back to Dallas.
Yeah, we're moving our asses back.
I did get a text from my wife when I was over in playing that Valderrama and London tournaments. She was just pretty much said, I mean, it was you can imagine the Bible she wrote. It was, just summing it up, it was, we left Florida, either we're going to live in Mexico or Dallas. You choose.
Hey, at least she gave you 2 options.
Fair enough.
Literally, while we still had our house in Florida, building, and you said, I left Florida, we're not going back. So you choose. We're going to live in Dallas or Mexico. That was the text, pretty much. And I was okay. I guess we're going back to Dallas. And she did
Perfect.
not come back to Florida.
Good time to leave, right in the middle of a
Yep.
build. This is why I'm going to be a hell of an agent for you, bud. I got a few places. I'll email them to
Yeah.
you. You're going to be so happy.